You're live. That is what it says. All right, so we're up and running. Let's have a conversation. See, as soon as you're forward on, just share out the program for me. Bless up to everybody who there. All right, as soon as you're forward on, just share out the program and make sure say some other persons can jump on and join the conversation. If you not hear me clearly, let me know in the comment section as a matter of fact. All right, well, make sure say everybody can hear me. Everybody hear me clearly. We'll make sure someone fix the microphone. Wagwan family, wagwan. So we are stream right now to YouTube and Facebook. Facebook up and running, YouTube up and running. Blessings to everybody who is here. So we want to have a conversation in the evening here. As it pertains to Jamaica. You understand? Because a lot of people concerned with the state of crime in the country. The state of crime in the island. A lot of Jamaicans concerned, a lot of Jamaicans frustrated, and I've been getting calls after calls after calls after calls where persons have voiced their opinions and them concerns about the way how things are go right now. Right. So I decided I'm going to just have a call-in conversation right now, a call-in program where everybody can voice them opinions. Right, so if you're out there right now and you want to talk about what go on in Jamaica, the number is on the screen 876-420-3368. But before anybody even call in, as a matter of fact, it's WhatsApp, all right, WhatsApp only. Before anybody even start for calling, me go say this: we all understand and we know say crime is nothing new in Jamaica. Crime has been going on forever. You understand? But would you say that it's out of hand more now than back in the day? And if so, what is the reason for that? See, is it out of hand more now, crime we are talking about, than it was back in the day? And if it is, what is the reason for that? Is it that the leaders are the problem? Is it that a hardship are the problem? Is it that a politics are the problem? What exactly is the problem? But we are too much Jamaicans crying out right now. We are too much Jamaicans struggling. We are too much Jamaicans that suffer. And I hear the cries. I hear the cries. Because enough I want to call me. Sometimes I want to depend on the phone for all one good hour and a half, 2 hours, and not get into details about some of the concerns. And I look on social media and I see someone in the comment section I talk about the issues that Jamaica face right now, as a matter of fact. See? Brandon, big up yourself. Brandon says poverty is the cause of crime in Jamaica right now. Some people would agree and some people would disagree with that, Brandon. Some people would say poverty, while others would say poverty is not the sole reason for crime right now. But more on our opinion, right? More on our opinion. What do you think is the reason right now why crime is out of control in Jamaica? Right? Let's talk about it. The phone line is open, 876-420-3368. Just ring me up on WhatsApp and let's have that conversation. All right, so Donald, big up yourself. Donald saying we need Adams back. That's normally the cry of the people. We always hear people that say we need back Adams. But will that even fix nothing this day and age? You understand? Will that really fix nothing this day and age too? Because, when Adams was there, people cry, forget him out. Now that he is out, people are crying for bring him back. You have to look upon all of them things there. You have to look upon all of them. It just says poverty is everywhere, but that's why I said, Brandon, some people we agree and some people we disagree. You understand? Yes, but some people just like make excuses. That too. That too. Is it that we need a new leader? That's the next question. Is it that we need another leader? Is it that we need a new security minister? Is another question. You see, these are the questions we need answered right now, because as you can see, a lot of Jamaicans crying out right now for the PM step down. And no one and no two, it's a lot of Jamaicans crying out right now for the PM to step down. And like I said over and repeatedly, this is not any target on one specific person, you know. It no matter who the person is in power, you know. If the person is not doing the job what they are there to do, then the people are going to cry out. At this point, it's not even about a JLP or PMP thing anymore. It's about the betterment of the country. That is what it's about. And I would hate to believe that in this day and age, people still say, yo, I'm my party that. And no matter what, I'm my party that. And even though I say it's sad to believe that that's still a go on, because I still see it. I still see it a lot on social media. Where despite the state of crime in Jamaica, despite too much people are suffer, despite too much people hungry and now get the help they need, I still see a lot of people in the comment section of on social media saying, oh, me die-hearted. Why is that the case? 876-420-3368 is the number to call. Vernon, you said the right thing, corruption. That right there so is what I truly believe. You understand? Because if the people who are supposed to fix the problem corrupt, how the problem is going to get fixed? If the people who are supposed to be there to fix the problem is corrupted, how is the problem going to get fixed? See it? It's a serious question. All right, let's take the very first call and have this conversation. Caller, blessings. Thanks for calling.
Blessed and stuff, Lord.
I'm good enough, my brother. Talk to me.
First, let me say a huge thank you. I always like most of your context that you provide.
Blessings.
Yeah? But my issue with Jamaica nowadays is hypocrisy. See me?
Mm-hmm.
We have too much hypocrisy in our society, and that is a major problem. Understand what I say?
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, for me, as it relates to crime takes 40 years to reach a level in Jamaica, brother. And me I tell you straight, 1 year or 2 years can't go change this.
Mm.
See? We have, apart from politicians, we have a lot of negative influence. And whether you believe it or not, both parties, both PMP, JLP, may involve all the entertainer them because them want to help buy a lot of weapons also. See?
Mm.
And may I blame ourselves too, as a nation, as a set of people. Because the truth is, brother, when we live in that ghetto, we glorify dance. And we make everything look bad, look good in the eyes of the dance. So when a man kill a man innocently, we glorify it because what? And the dance do it, and the dance said this, and the dance said that. My problem, the people over the years, we just see the negative as the right, and when we say no, we see the wrong as right over the years.
Yeah.
So me I say, we never yet glorify the right things. You see me? A man like you, where try to put a man and say, yeah, you're not affiliated with the things where them are affiliated with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the major thing we hurt me over the years with Jamaican people. We will become so hypocritical in our thoughts. The only time we speak out and when the thing reach to we get. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So if a man not feel it, he don't really care because and nobody feel him now. But when you reach him gate now, then him start cry out. You know what I mean?
You know, while me have up on the phone, let me ask you a question, my family.
Sure.
All right. For many years, we hear Jamaicans have this informer syndrome. We say we kill informer and informer fi dead and all of them.
See, the boy up to the same point.
Right.
See.
So, what you know? Reason why I mentioned that. At this point, we are way more Jamaicans frustrated with the level of crime and thing in Jamaica. Do you feel right now people more inclined to help the police right now? Or you feel like them still have that mentality where they must say, boy, you hear me not inform. You feel Jamaicans still there, so?
Brother, we still have that mentality of not informed. Listen up, that mentality that take years to grow. And like, you know that. I will still have that mentality there, brother. And the truth is, my understanding in our essence with most people, especially me and you come from another kid. So I say, we come from Tipali to be exact.
Yeah.
Then, bro, the truth is you can't trust my police. Because you can't most of the time, the same police them care about your name to say, yo, other man they will get information from. So in essence, the police themselves give the citizens basket to carry water. If you understand me.
Right.
So you have to point out the fact of the matter. The JCF is corrupt. The politicians are corrupt. So we have a corrupt nation, my brother.
Right.
Understand me, I say?
Yeah.
And the few when all the way I try to do good, you're not gonna get the fame because guess what? A 40 year, you ever check, alright, the statins give a thing the other day about garrisons. Brother, Jamaica, a small country, have over 130 and over 138 garrisons. You know make no sense, bro?
Yeah.
And if you check them online to party, the garrison them it has known that one famous party of ours, which is the People's National Party, who won about 100 garrison, while the other one won 130 or 130. Understand what I say?
Yeah.
So you find out that these two men, what they do over the years, brother, what them do, alright, because we say Tivoli created by Bakawal, right? Created by Ed. If you check out the other garrison, everybody what them do a build garrison for themselves.
Yeah.
So you find out say we two party do it. And then that's why me say, brother, that's why the other day I like what you do when you bring in the UIC man. So we can get a different perspective of life, bro. You understand me? I get that.
When you mention the UIC, let me ask you this now. See, you on the outside looking in, and you see over the years what the PMP go on with when you vote them in, and you see the JLP go on with when you vote them in. At this point right now, you personally may ask this. Would you vote for the UIC?
What you mean? Why not? Bro,
and what are your reasons behind that?
Listen, my reasons behind that, bro, and I'm going to tell you straight. When I vote for two parties. I vote for both PMP and I vote for JLP because me tell myself I'm a Jamaican. Understand me? I say I am one of those persons. I vote for policies. I don't vote for parties.
Right.
Understand me? I get that. Then, but bro, the reason why I would vote for this man, I hear how he talks and I hear the passion about the country. And if I vote for him, then, and if he should ever become whether a president or a prime minister in Jamaica, and him let me down, then me I go talk how I feel against him.
Right.
But right now, what he's saying is all the things that I would love to see for my country.
Right.
And the truth is, over the brother, Jamaica 60-year-old this year, a man of 60 years of age is not a child, you know, brother. See, and for your country at 60-year-old, we are 50 years behind technologically wise enough that. See, if you notice in Jamaica, brother, we don't have enough engineers. We don't have everything that move your country forward to be all right. People use this term we say we inspiring to become a first world country. Or if you're inspired to become first world, and you're now putting the things that's supposed to carry you to become. Because when you're inspired to be something, don't you go bring yourself to that level of becoming that, don't it?
Right.
See? So Jamaica inspired to be first world, but yet still, brother, we have some hospital system. Come on, over. I'm talking about two parties now. I'm not just blame one. See what I say?
Right.
Over the years, the man them neglect with healthcare system. See? See, the man them neglect the education system because the dunce and them keep it are the easier to be for manipulate the mind, brother. And 3/4 of my brothers and sisters in Jamaica all now can realize, yo, this political football field that we allow ourselves to be in are the major detriment of our country and ourselves, brother. So may I say? So right now, the two laggerhead them in a parliament right now are run up and down. One is the opposition and the one where government, none of them don't have a solution to crime. And guess what? 40 years them to create this, my brother. 40 odd years.
You feel like, all right, so many persons been balling out now. I say, boy, if Changna do nothing now, we not see no change as far as crime goes. He needs to go. But yes, still the PM have him. Why your take on that?
Brother, you have to understand. If Mark did the Mark I go put him friend in the same way. Changna Andrew a friend. Him now go move him and go support him friend till he's dead.
So you feel like a friend thing are going?
Yeah. So, brother, most of Jamaican thing are friendly, brother. So you have to understand the level. Adjust the facts. And we see it as the now, which is a them thing that be corruption. Brother, you ever check out in Jamaica, nepotism are the main thing, you know, brother. Nepotism, and what is nepotism? The nepotism that part of corruption. But check in Jamaica. Brother, most of the things happening in Jamaica go by nepotism.
Real.
So if the government are dealing with nepotism or your exit, society are going to deal with the same. Understand me? I get that?
Yeah.
Bro, we have a big problem. We have a big problem with this crime thing, brother. Jamaica have a lot of opportunities, but guess what? The people them broke so much years for hand out by your two major parties. It will cause a major problem to fix. But with two major parties, people have a hand out. Everybody just want to forget about no right now. The boy no want work, brother.
As I mentioned earlier, several persons we call me off here and me and them all are raised things. And I was having a conversation with a general yesterday. And they must say unstoppable. Yeah. Listen, when we put it out there to the world and we are say Jamaica, crime at Jamaica over hand, maybe I'm not so we supposed to put it. This is what I must say now. You must say maybe I'm not so we supposed to put it because probably we now look at what really are going. They must say majority of the people them where get murdered at Jamaica probably involved in a certain things where they're not supposed to involve in. That's why they might get murdered, right? Do you feel like that's the case, or you feel like I really just Jamaica plagued with crime?
I agree to an extent, but I disagree. Reason being, you know so much people are dead from radio, brother. So what you can do, if you understand me, I say.
Somebody, so even sorry for cut you, but even that very same point where you bring up, another general me and him have a conversation too, and he must say, look at even some of the youth them where get murdered, the young youth them when not involved in nothing. He must say maybe lead back to what them parents or family members involved in because right now or certain youths look on things, they must say, yo, eye for your eye, you understand? Can't catch quack, you're catching shot.
And that is also a factor too, but the truth is who teach you those things, brother. Enough things we learn from politicians, brother. In the 80s when time politicians allow them man them to burn down a place like that evening time home. We talk about down in Garrison now, from down at town. Understand what I say? You have one set them kill them one another over who teach them things. Remember saying that 80s that's how it used to be, you know, some politicians broke the youth them for know say, yo, if me and you have something and me and you alone, you know, if you kill all the whole family, you know. So when them thing they preach throughout and they come on now, that's man I see them thing they all in a song, bro. We have a deep problem in the brother. And to be fair to us with politicians, them brother. And not only them alone, because you have good politicians just the same from both sides. You have the one them will try to be good, but brother. And we ourselves as a nation, as a people, have to stand up and take some of the blame because we glorify it too. In the days them we glorify that. Understand? We DJ them sing it and we help them to glorify it. And the DJ them too must give themselves. that we say, yo, them L play too. You see, most DJ run from it nowadays because they don't want to admit it. Them say, oh, I just music, but at the end of the day, your music of life, brother.
But at the same time, too, watch out. At the same time, let's look at this now. When you say we the people have to take some of the blame too, because you say we glorify danceship and dance in a community and things like that, and then now for the past couple of years we see where the government go in and try to eradicate the whole danceship thing out of some of them communities here. We already see where some dance.
Don't say over the past years the government go in. No, listen. Let's be fair. No government not try to step crime. If PMP in them not touch them here. If JLP in them not touch them here. Let's be honest. Let's be honest with yourself. And if you wish, and if any man wish to challenge the man that when PMP in a power, them not touch them PMP here. When JLP in a power,
me I talk about specifically, without being specific still. About certain areas.
Me touching two of them right now.
Right?
Them, me tell you, brother.
Listen what me I say. Listen, let me finish. See it? In a certain areas, you have some dance that has been removed, right? And then the same set of people. Then the same set of people now come out and bash the government and say, boy, you shouldn't move them man because of them man they keep the community strong. And them man they make keep the peace and them man there.
Then if me used to see you come and you argue with the same man over the years. Come on and stop it, man. We not eat that. People them in there support the same man them used to lick at the head with the politician. So when you kill them not show me say you're a traitor, so me not gonna lick out them too, brother. Me could be fair no man.
Yeah.
Me could be fair. If me used to see man come sit down and chat and reason with me dad in me here. I mean, know me done a murderer, but yet still the man when me supposed to uphold at I office in the country. Come sit down with them man there and rap man ray. And I show and I support them man. So when him get take out now, you show me say you a traitor, don't it?
Right.
So me I go come lick out and say, yo, I eat that thing even though me know say done a murderer himself, but guess what me know? The done there on somebody will be as good. So me I see him as good too. So me I say every gunman have somebody we love them, my brother. And every gunman have a mother or a woman where I watch them bloody things, you know. So if them people they already did I tell them, say listen, we'll not do a foolishness, brother. Most of them do they would have tried to turn from them wicked ways. Most me not go say you can't see them because some of them want it. So you have to just make them dead.
Alright. Before me give our next person the phone line, let me ask you a next question real quick. So the cries of Jamaicans say, yo, the PM need to resign. See? Do you feel like if the PM step down right now and the next person take the position, anything are gonna change?
Me not gonna change.
Alright. My brother, big up yourself. See it? They appreciate it. My
brother, before me go, let me make one point.
Yeah.
If the Prime Minister step down now and the next man step into power, whether JLP or PMP, they must go do things on the behalf of the party. And this is the reason why we have issue with Damien Crawford. Because when Crawford come and talk, it sounds good, but when he's ready for him to lick out on his own party, he cannot do it. So you show me say you're a hypocrite. So me I say, and we just have to be plain, brother. At them reason, because if you can't admit to certain things, you have to admit to your party do certain things. And if you can't do that, then you show me say you're not a man. And Crawford can't admit to certain things. On the behalf of the party, if you have one party, you have to lick out on the government and no, but when your party was here, you never had a lick out. Then we can't rate you, brother. Because if you want good for all Jamaican as a politician, you have to show me that.
Well, so, one thing we know for sure Damien Crawford lick out pan is that the present opposition leader who they right now weak. Him stands pan that strong.
He must stand on that because he must look for the president.
This is just my personal opinion still. I feel like he should be because he's stronger than the one who did it.
I have a problem to say he should be. but we have an issue even if he be. Go farm your own part. Because at the end of the day, I want a change. I don't want PMP again. Over the years, them do things from party line, not because of Jamaica. And that's the issue with our governments. Them do things based on party line, not with them got them art tell them to do. And party them are follow. You understand me? I say if you notice when them go wrong, you go against the party and this subsection and Ray and them go in a one bag of foolishness when them talk against them party. Then if we move from party line and if we move and that's the issue. We see things orange and green. If we start see things black, gold and green.
Exactly, my brother. Exactly so.
Then, so that's my issue with me up, brother. People need to see things as Jamaica.
Real.
Stop see orange and green. We need to get rid of them two colors there right now.
Facts.
And this is our level of need.
Facts.
Blessings for hearing me out for 2 cents, brother.
Yeah, man, my family. I appreciate the call. See?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Jamaica land we love. Blessing, love.
Bless up. All right. So the general make him statement and me agree with him. Yes, I said. Me agree with him. A full time we stop look upon the colors and start to see Jamaica. You understand? And that's one thing right there will make very much sense. You understand? A full time we stop look upon party. Full time we stop look upon man and start say Jamaica and say, here what is a better Jamaica we want. Carla, you're live in a wagon.
Unstoppable.
Blessings.
Respect. Yeah, so here's my 2 cents. It is evident to everybody that Andrew can't manage. He's not managing. In fact, he's making a mess. Right? And to be honest with you, I think you see the difference between Jamaican politicians and like American politicians is the difference is in integrity. Jamaican politicians, they lack integrity and they lack self-respect. Because if they had integrity, they would step down. But they hold on for selfish personal reasons, and it's like there's nothing you can do to get them to let go because of the whole power thing, the whole thieving thing, because basically selfish motives, right? So obviously he can't manage the job, and he refused to step down. But here's the kicker. PMP is not an option. PMP don't have the solution. You ever see one opposition so silent yet?
But that's exactly what I've always been saying this, sometimes I wonder to myself, Orlando, do we even have an opposition party? Because it seems like whatever the leading party says, that's what goes.
Yes, they are in a coma. And you'll be like, but first of all, if you're so silent as the opposition with all this mess going on, you can imagine them in a power. It's like we're gonna swap black dog the monkey. So the truth of the matter is that JLP don't have the answer and PMP obviously don't have the answer.
But see, let me ask you the very same question I asked the last caller a while ago, right? If Andrew Holness should step down today, and whoever should take his position as Prime Minister, do you think anything would change?
You mean somebody else from within the party?
Well, it would be. If he steps down, it would be somebody else from the party that takes leadership.
Yeah, but the thing is, we can't keep doing the same thing we've been doing over and over.
Exactly.
Which is flip-flopping from PMP to JLP to PMP, and then when PMP come in, we cuss them because we say them now they're not JLP, and so obviously none of them not have the answer, neither in the short term nor in the long term, right? So here's my thing: we need a breath of fresh air right now because they are taking us backwards. Pure retrograde steps we've been making. You can imagine we get independent 60 years ago and we're in a worse position before. We're in a worse position that we were when we got independent.
Let me correct you a little bit. We got so-called independence.
There you go. On
Right, so-called independence.
Exactly. We have not grown, we have not developed, neither in our mentality, neither in our economy, neither in our social policies. There is no growth and development that's taken place. Listen, when I look down the road, honestly, to tell you the truth, me not see no way where we are going to move out of the situation here anytime soon. Right? But we can make a start by getting rid of both of them. We need to put them in a one barrel and pack it with some you know what and roll them down the hill. The two of them. Yes. And so the thing is, I think UIC, they could have the answer. But here what may I say? With all the turmoil of one, why we not hear from them? The UIC.
No, the UIC is speaking out, you know. The UIC is there. The UIC is making their voices heard, right? But you see,
them are talk too soft, unstoppable. They are talking, and I see him coming on the platforms. He's been, you know, we see him on a couple platforms, but we want to feel their presence.
But let me. All right. The truth is, in the UIC's defense, right? And let me make this clear. I am not a UIC member. I'm not a member of their team in any way, right? But let me make this clear. The UIC is there, but you see, the mainstream media is really trying to block out the UIC, right? So the way in which they would highlight the other two parties, everything happening with the other two parties, when it comes to the UIC, mainstream media is shutting them out, period. You understand? So they are not making the Jamaican people aware of this party. So that is where people like me and Carlos and Wayne Lonesome and other persons like us who pushing the UIC forward to the people, letting the people know that, hey, here is another party that you can actually look at and see and vote for. You understand? And what the mainstream media is doing is wrong.
This is not the age of mainstream media, you know.
No,
this
it's not.
The age of social media.
You're right.
It's
You're very right.
Media, so,
you're very right. But sorry to keep cutting you. But I just want to make this clear. You're right. It is the age of social media. However, mainstream media plays a very, very, very important part because some persons rather to go to mainstream media for credibility, and I put the quote unquote right there to right. I have to put that there. But some persons go to mainstream media for more credible information. So if they don't see the mainstream news outlets carrying certain things, them not gonna take it serious. You understand? People like you and other persons who may listen to my platform and others like me will know about the UIC, but only thing some people will know about the UIC when mainstream media bring it is the negative.
Yes. So then they need to organize themselves where they find a way to educate the people. Like you said, they don't know about them. Tell us who you are, what you represent, what your policies are. Educate the people and make the people, because look here, the door are open now, you know. You don't realize the door. This is the perfect time for them to make an entry.
Did you see my very first video with the UIC's president? The very first one, not the last one I did. I did that a couple months ago.
Yeah. No, I didn't see the first one. No.
The very first interview I did with Mr. Patterson was very, 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 very informative. I think you need to find that on the channel. Take a listen to it, right? Because what you said just now about them needing to voice their policies and what they're all about, he did that in the very first interview, because those are the things that I made sure to ask, right? And basically introduce the UIC to my audience, right? And even when I introduced the UIC to my audience, there was a lot of persons who did not know of the UIC. You understand? But now they know of the UIC and they like what they are hearing and they are in support of the UIC, right? So the thing is, you are right that the UIC needs a stronger presence, but you know who can help to give the UIC a stronger presence? you and everybody else that's listening right now, and let me tell you how you can do it. If every single person right here, right, obviously has a social media page, goes to their social media page and starts to make posts about the UIC, right? So if you go to your Facebook page and you write something about the UIC and say, listen, I'm voting for this party in the next election because I feel they can make a change. And your friends look on your page and see that and say, hold on, I never heard of them. Let me look into it, right? And you tag the UIC in that very same post you make. That will then lead your friends from your page over to the UIC page, and then that's more people hearing about it. You understand? So that's one way that, that we can bring awareness to the UIC.
Yes, yes. Because look here, it could be that them are the same thing eventually, you know, but me personally, I'm ready to give them a try. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm ready to give them a try.
And even if they are the same thing, we hold them accountable too, because see, that's the thing. Yes. I keep saying this.
Yes.
It is not about any party. It is not about any man. It is about Jamaica. So if the UIC should happen to win, and I'm sitting here right now saying, listen, if that party is in there not doing something right, we are going to talk about it and we are going to blast them and we are going to bash them. We're going to do the very same thing about the UIC. We're going to hold everybody accountable. You know, that's what it's all about.
Exactly. But we think at time now if somebody else get a try. Somebody else. Because none of them don't have the answer. None of them don't have the solution. And the truth of the matter is that them just got in there for personal gains and selfish reasons. We can't say that because it's obvious, you know. You look how much the Prime Minister saying declare about his personal assets after how much he cover up an eye. Like, you know, look at your asset. Although you hide half of it, you declare half, you know, and people out of street hungry and like, no, we're gonna use your own words and hold you accountable. Right? Because this is what you said when you were in opposition, that we need to hold you accountable. Right? He just needs to go, really. Iman Chang. You know, I mean, like, don't you think it's just hilarious? The one Dr. Chang? Like, what is he doing? Look at the crime rate, you know? And the man refused to move.
But as the previous caller said, it's a friend thing.
Well, yes, it's a friend thing, and obviously, it's personal reasons why he can't move the man, because obviously he's not performing, to say the least. You know, like, you know, even in the 80s during the elections when, you know, we think crime was outrageous, even then it wasn't as bad as it is now. And look how we did our own we had an abandoned time there. You know? But me no know. Me think Andrew should have just leave. Him should just have some integrity and step down, because he's a pathetic leader and he's such a failure, you know. But like I said before, you know, that's the difference between Jamaican politicians and first world politicians. They have no integrity. When it come on to recognizing that they're not doing a good job and they need to leave, they don't leave. You know? Yeah.
All right, thank you for your call. Let me see if anyone else wants to voice their concerns. Yeah. Appreciate you calling.
Absolutely.
All right?
Absolutely.
Much
thank
love.
you.
All right, the phone line is open again, 876-420-3368. What is it that you want to voice your concerns about? Let me take another call right here and see what this caller has to say right now. Caller, good day, you're live.
Hello, good afternoon. Me. I am in total agreement with what the lady had just said. And here's the thing. Who hold all of these politicians that are doing their corruption accountable? Who hold them accountable? That's a question I need to know. Because in America, regardless of the foolishness that is also going on up here, they are being held accountable when the time comes. They are being held accountable. So my question is, who hold these politicians down there accountable? Because believe you me, both PMP and JLP, I'm not speaking of what I hear people say. I can tell you things that I've seen for myself. And they are the ones that corrupt the country, and it is full time for both parties to pack up and go home. They have left the country enough. They don't believe that, okay, build the country and then all of us can have something together. They rape the country. They rape the country and don't care one thing about what they have done. Because guess what? PMP and GLP, them, yeah, the finger and the fist, we too hold them tight. That is the method. You understand? We too hold them tight. We too hold them tight. And this is what they have been doing to Jamaica. Now Jamaican people need to wake up. Because if we put in the UIC, we will make sure that they do their job and hold them accountable when things occur. It's just recently I know about them too, and I have been spreading the news also. They come tired of JLP and PNP. We don't want them more of them. None of them have the country interest at heart. All of them going to look here. We don't want about PJ Patterson. We don't want Honest. We don't want Damon Crawford because and the rest of the followers. All of them go in politics and in no time. I can tell about Damon Crawford. I used to be up by you. I don't want to see no more of them. We're sick and tired. What's going to happen to Jamaica for our children and grandchildren? No more. Enough. Yes, enough.
You voted.
People need to go.
You voted at least once for both parties over the years.
One time in my life I voted, and it was when it was Thiago. And the reason for me to vote at that time in the 80s is when I look and see the condition. And Thiago didn't look like him that he intended was to make a little goodness towards the country. Thiago did some good in his constituency, like by making sure that his era were in a good ordinance, were in good condition. Look at all the rest constituency with all these MP running. I can tell you, look at Mountain View, look at Maxwell Avenue, look at further down in a Seaview Garden. Come on. What have these people done for the country? You know why? Jamaican people, some, not everybody, do licky. Because you try to stand up for them, you try to stand for what is right. Then film one turn on, eat your food. Look at Spanish Town, look at Maple Cemetery. Come on. Come on. They are the same one. Put them in there. And now look at Andre. Andre comes out and tries to educate and highlight what is going on. And guess what? Instead of them listen to the message, they're bashing the youth. They're bashing him. Come on. Nothing that Andre said is right. Because I know people that were in into the PMP party. And what is president who went cautious into what there. I can tell you because I am old enough and I've seen it all. When Portia Simpson went up and down from Maxwell Avenue and she turned her flat overhead. And when the fire set off from Michael Manley down from Maxwell Avenue, them remember them days a long time the corruption was going in Jamaica. And a full time fee come to an end. Long time.
Well, let's try. Let's just make sure that everybody votes when the time comes for the right party that will make a change.
Yes, Jamaican people need to remember they must realize and understand what are we leaving for our children and grandchildren. Is this the condition that we want to leave? Yeah? Is this the Jamaica that we want to leave? And then we say, we can't bother. What are you doing? Rise up, Jamaica. You see this, you go back again, you see the religion people there, yeah? What happened to the ombudsman? You don't hear him say anything anymore. Ella Blair was the ombudsman for down there, and he'll never come out and stand up for righteousness against these people. Now there is a religious leader doing the same thing, and this is why so many destruction are taking Jamaica, because of this so-called religion leader who don't care one foot about the people them. It's more about saving soul. It's about money, 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 money. It's all about money. And there is enough that everybody can live and live comfortable if we have the right leadership. You see, Dubai, I listened to the guy who said, you know, why their country is the way it is. Look at Dubai. They have good leadership. Not saying that there isn't some areas over there that I don't like. But leadership, we need good leadership. Come on, you put yourself in a public domain to lead a country, and you're gonna turn around and be so corrupt. Give me a break. Look at crime. Look at crime, and when you don't talk, people can't talk to you. The more people talk out, you want to send police and all. Listen to me. You see, the majority of the crime are going in the country. Are the politicians them responsible? I am take my eyes and say politicians issue out gun down a Whitfield Avenue. I've seen it with my two eyes. Can't load a gun down for Alexander Road. Go back from Mountain View. The politicians are the one. And they need to be held accountable. They are the one with the so-called religious leaders. They are the one that destroy Jamaica and our youth. And they need to be held accountable. Jamaican people need to be wake up.
Yes.
They need to wake up now, full time. Enough is enough. Ban JLP, ban PMP, don't go with them.
Big up yourself, Carla. Much love. See, me can hear the passion in your voice. Much love.
Bless you, my brother. Bless you.
All right. We can hear the passion in the call in your voice. Let's take another call right now. The phone line is 876-420-3368. Call in and voice your concerns. Call your live. Talk to it.
You want me, boss?
They are in a family.
Okay. You know what's one of the problem to Unstoppable? You cannot trust your leader if your leader don't trust the country. For instance, if the minister right now, who is the minister of security, you can look, this crime is so big, and what he's doing in parliament, sleeping. Right now, I watch the debate being today, and up till now they don't have a crime plan over 5 years now. No crime plan. So if you don't have a plan for what is ripping Jamaica, how you gonna expect Jamaica to better?
But what you know, no, brother? You know, hear the man say they have a plan, that's why the minister can't move. You know, hear the man say so. Because remember the people that cry for the minister get moving, you know, and the man come and stand up on the pulpit and say, yo, on the podium and say, they have a plan in place. So That's why him hold the position where him hold. Same way.
So it will take a decade for the plan to come true.
That me I try to figure out why we can't see that plan there yet. Because a long time now that plan is supposed to fall in place. Because I can remember before he said that the other day, Sunday. I can remember, I think I saw that in a news article where them say new crime plan coming. You saw me I say, and I know me can't see it.
No, you see from when Andrew in 2016 and they asked about the crime plan about 2018, 2017. He said Jamaica have so many crime plan and it did not work. No, they are not going to do any crime plan. Them needs to come up with something else, right? I remember that much. And he was talking about security plan, this and that. And up till now, there's not a plan. And to be honest, the only plan they might have is to continue to suck Jamaica dry.
That's the only plan?
That's the only plan I think they have is to suck Jamaica dry. Because even through the pandemic, you can't believe this pandemic where some people cannot survive. If politicians and still a thief money. At least the pandemic should be one where they give Jamaica a break and try to help vulnerable people. Them a thief money all over. It now go better. Right now, if Andrew wants to stick, them fly out United States, gone. Oh, you should be a leader of your country, and if anything happens to you or your family, you export the problem to other country. You don't trust your own way around your own country. You don't trust it.
While the average Jamaican don't have that luxury of being able to fly out, figure get medical assistance if needed.
Yes, and his Jamaica and his taxpayers money they use to fly out, and for the money they might get paid for. Yeah, but we as Jamaican put ourselves in this position because we born to them and so now there's a change. Election time, gone back to the same old ways. Gone back, you take a bag of rice, you take a bag of flour, we're done before even election call. And them the business back with you till 4 years time. And you're dead for hungry for the 4 years time and still go on back. No, we have to wake up as a people, cause and them put themselves in there now, we put them in there now, we are suffer.
You know, my brother,
let
me tell you something before we have to take another call. See? Because a lot of people are calling. Let me tell you something. Yeah. You see, are we at the problem, you know? You know, so we are throw the blame upon Andrew, we are throw the blame upon the PMP, we are throw the blame upon the politicians. But are we at the problem? Let's call it what it is. Because guess what? Let me tell you why I say we are the problem. You see, all this fussing and all these issues that we have vice right now, election day come, Andrew might still win again.
Yeah, because we are going to vote for them because we forgetful.
Exactly. See, that is why we are the problem. Because we complain and we complain and we complain, and then when the day comes we're supposed to make a difference, we go right back there and we say, boy, you know what? I'm my party this, you know, I mean, not like the other man, so me I go vote for that man here. And them keep it as a like thing. You understand what I say? Them keep it as a like on a like basis. And that's not the way you're supposed to vote. You're supposed to look at the options and say, all right, yeah, hear me? What is in this manifesto that makes sense? My brother, I said this to somebody the other day. All right, we have in total combined Facebook and YouTube, we have over 800 people listening right now. And I can guarantee you at least 400 of these persons right now don't know what the PMP manifesto is, don't know what the JLP manifesto is, and most of them don't even know right now what the UIC's manifesto is. And as a matter of fact, most of them don't even know what a manifesto is.
That's true.
See, more you listen to what I'm saying now. Most of them don't know what the JLP manifesto is. Most don't know what the PMP manifesto is. Most don't know what the UIC manifesto is. But most of all, most people don't know. Most Jamaicans don't even know what a manifesto is. They've never heard the word manifesto, right? So If you don't even know what the manifesto is, we have vote for the party for. Other than my mother vote for the party, then my father vote for the party, then my entire family vote for the party, so that's the party I'm going to vote for. They don't know what the plan is for the country at all before them vote.
And that keep down the country. Keep down the country, keep down yourself, your family, everybody.
Exactly. See? Big up yourself, my family. Let me take another call. See?
Alright, blessings.
Bro Shaka, big up yourself, my family. I have to shout you out all the while in the class. Anytime you forward, you always send in a super chat. Bless up yourself, bro Shaka. I appreciate that. See? Alright, so let's take another call right now. Alright? Call your life. Talk to me.
Yeah, brother. Well done.
They are in a family.
Bless up for the program, man.
Respect. Go ahead, brother. We are here, you know. Oh, yeah, reconnect.
Well, you know,
yeah, man, we are here, you know.
You know, man. You hear me?
Yeah, man.
Alright. Problem. Well, yes. You can. We love.
The family, your connection really poor, though, man. Your connection really poor. You are coming in and out.
I don't know, my connection.
Yeah, your connection really poor. You're not good. Alright, I'll take our next call in the meantime.
You hear me? You hear me, bro? You hear me?
Alright, go on now. Let me see if we can hear you out.
Yeah, man. What me ask, brother? The problem is we need to stop pointing finger, brethren. Because at the end of the day, we are the root of the problem. We sit down and we have blame PJ Wayne for 18 years and him not do nothing. See, I vote for Andrew Wellness because I love Andrew Wellness when he went over run. See, but it's me now. If me regret doing it, yes, I regret doing it. Andrew Wellness needs to go.
All right, hold on. Let me ask you a question, brother, based on what you said a while ago. Come on, make sure, you know. You say you vote for Andrew Wellness because you love Andrew Wellness when he did a run. You sure that way that you want to say it?
Brother, don't get me wrong, you know, when me say I love the man, you know. I love the man because he's young, him look like he went full of potential for the country. But him disappoint me.
But hold on. So but when you say, no, my brother, I want to get your full understanding, you know. I want to make sure you I understand what you say. You say you vote for him because him look like him did do what? Him look like what?
Him have the potential to run the country.
And him did young.
Because he's young.
Alright.
He's a young man, and that's what we
Did
need.
you try to understand what plans he had in store, him and his party had in store for the country before you vote for him, or you just vote for him based on that basis?
But unstoppable. Listen to this. When Andrew Wellness are doing campaign, brother, the man come out and tell you everything what you want to hear. The man say, me I go make you sleep with no door open. Can we do that? So these are the things what we want to hear, brother. And none of them not come into perspective.
So you buy into the flow.
You understand? So what I'm saying, we are the problem. And you know one next thing we need to stop at Jamaica is this foolishness about, when you win, you did it for 5 years, that shit needs to cut out. After your first 100 days and you can't do what you say you're going to do, you need to go, brother. You need to get out. That 5-year things with, look here, man, politicians need to start hold accountable. You see, when you say you're going to do this and you can't do it, how many are we asleep with the door open now? None of us. We can't sleep with the door open, brother. So I'm saying we need to stop pointing finger. Saying we need to stop pointing finger. Portia when did the Portia not do this? PNP when do the PNP then do this? The pointing finger not work. We need to look behind that. We need to look on who is there now. What is the person that's there now? What is he doing? What is he contributing to us? Nothing.
No,
so
but
what are we gonna do?
All right. So what's our family? We have to look on who was there as well and did nothing, you know. Here why we have to look on that. We have to look at that so that we don't make the mistake of putting that person back as well. You understand? So if we look and we say, all right, let's weigh the options. if Unstoppable was there and Unstoppable never do nothing, why should I put Unstoppable back there? You understand? Let's give the next viable option a chance. You understand? So we have to look at who was there and look what they did and compare it to the present one as well to see if the present person is doing better or is doing worse. You understand what I say, my family?
Yeah, Unstoppable. But look into this. Andrew is there now, and Andrew saying can't find the crime. Why, Madu? He might point it back to PNP when you are there now. PNP didn't know. So what you are talking about? Oh, it's a politics game because PNP was there and PNP not. No, you are there now. We put you there.
Yeah, but it's so always when it comes to these parties in a family, we have to remember and call it what it is. It is politics. You understand? And that is what they do. You understand? That is what they do at the end of the day. Because, all right, one of the biggest things that pissed me off couple weeks ago, I think about a couple months ago, when there was a brutal slaying of a family in Jamaica. And the commissioner, the minister of security, and another PNP member visited the family. And I heard this man say, things like this cannot be happening if the PNP was in power. You know, we would have a solution for this. We know how to solve crime. And I sit there and I listen that. I mean, I say, what kind of nonsense this time money attack? Because it's not like PNP wasn't there before. So if PNP was there and we not see nothing change, what you going to talk about now? So things like this can't be happening. If we were in power, this would not be happening. It's total nonsense. You see me?
I totally agree with you with that. Unstoppable. Saying, I agree with that's bull crap, right? That's the way I must say. Saying, but and the next note I want to say to you, I want to say to the people, we the people of Jamaica, we get up to and we are pointing finger upon politicians. But guess what? Crime fighting begins with we as the citizen. We put these politicians there to work for us. We pay them, we get rid of them. You understand? We got to fight the crime as well because you know what? Unstoppable. A lot of people witness the crime and they don't say nothing. But God forbid it. When he show up at them doorstep now, them go and talk. I serve, brother. I serve. I'm not gonna call my name, but I serve. And I'm telling you, a lot of people, a lot of mother, a lot of father, a lot of brother, a lot of sister, a lot of girlfriend, a lot of wives know what's going on and they need to start stand up if they want a better Jamaica, brother. You understand? They need to stand up and say enough is enough. You understand? I totally agree. I tell you I vote for Andrew, bro. I vote for Andrew, but I'm telling you I regret doing it because Andrew until today don't have a crime plan for Jamaica. It doesn't. SOE can't fight crime.
And you're not the only one who vote and regret it.
SOE can't fight crime, brother. Let me say this to you. I mean, a lot of people going upset with me. I love the UIC, but I have some doubts going on in there with the UIC. You know, it needs to establish itself more. You know, I don't think, I could be wrong. I don't think the UIC ready for this challenge yet. Mr. Patterson him seems to be a good guy. He must say the things where we want to hear to, just like how Andrew said.
Voice your concerns, because that's what this live is all about. More of hear your concerns. So when you say you don't feel like him ready, talk. Make we hear why you say that. Why your views?
No, the reason why I say I don't think him ready. He don't have the support. He don't have the financing behind him yet. He needs to establish himself. He needs to get sectors behind it to push things. He needs to rally with people, man. Come on, why you can't see a Patterson and Damian Crawford? Why we can't see a Patterson and Lisa Anna? Come on, man.
All right.
All right.
But you see, all right, that's a risky thing right there still to in my family. You have to remember, right? All right, you have the PMP, you have the JLP, you have the UIC. You don't want, because Jamaica people think funny to, right? You don't want people to have it misconstrued to say, well, I wonder if, because people already is of the impression that the UIC is just a winger for the PMP. A lot of people already is of that impression, and they had to clear that up. You understand? They had to clear that up and make it clear that, hey, listen, we are in no way affiliated. Exactly. You understand? So imagine the UIC now is licking head with a particular member or members of one of the party them. Right? It could send the wrong message, family. So that's something they have to be very careful about. You understand? Right now, what the UIC needs mainly is for Jamaicans to trust them, right? And if them come out the wrong way, they are going to start losing the trust of the people, and them can't afford that. You understand? So
and that's what I said, family. And that's what I said, family. I don't cut you. That's what I said to you. The thing is this, me serve, brother, if you know what I mean. Me serve. I don't know nothing about Mr. Patterson. Mr. Patterson is like last in a yard, brother. In love, I don't know who is this man. We need to see more on the street. We need to see man come out and talk to the people who are served. Him not do that, brother. Him not give them feelings if he say, yeah. Let me tell you something. Mr. Patterson, if you listen, my brother, you need to reach out to the police, the soldiers, the nurses, them, and sit down and talk with them, because me I tell you, see, you can't win them vote there, you can't win a yard. And I tell you that if you listen, Mr. Patterson, you're too comfortable. If you say you want to fight for the Jamaican people, you need to start. Put yourself out there. Make we know who is you, man. Come on. You're too comfortable, man. You can't come. You see what go on in Jamaica. I know you sit down, man. I know you listen to Unstoppable program, because I watch that program all the time. And I see you upon it. So may I say to you, Mr. Patterson, you're too comfortable, brother. Well, sorry if you said brother.
All right. Let me
comfortable. You need to come out.
Let me say this. I've seen where the UIC stepped out and was visiting communities, I've seen that. Now, the part where you say me feel like come and talk to the police, them, and stuff like that. That part I can't say anything about, because me don't know if anything like that happened yet, right? But I'm quite sure that they should have something like that, in the making. And if not, me I go make sure me reach out to them and say, hey, I call a voice him concerns, and this might be a good idea, because it is a good idea, my family. You understand that the UIC needs to make sure that they build a relationship with the healthcare workers, build a relationship with the police force and the defense force, and you understand that is necessary.
Brother, I'll come off now, make somebody else come on. But I'll say this to you. Have you ever gone to some police station and see what people have to work,
Yeah, that's true.
The condition where some police have to deal with, brother. Rain and fall and you're wet up. When Mr. Patterson, come out, the man, go the parishes, them, man. Reach out. See some of the things where the serving people them where I got you. Reach out to them, make them know who you are. You understand? I guarantee you right now. 90% of police are Jamaican and know who is Mr. Patterson. Believe me. Believe me when me tell you that.
Let me ask you this,
I tell you, Mr. Patterson. If you can't win the man, them will serve vote. The man and woman, them will serve vote. If you can't win them over, you can't win a Jamaica. I tell you that.
Let me ask you this. How long you know about the UIC, Mr. Patterson, and how?
You want to know, so to be honest, brother. Upon your page, me see him one night talking. Family, I know nothing about this one, because I follow you a lot, you know.
Right.
Because your program is very good. Your program is one of the best on YouTube when it comes on to certain things.
I appreciate
so
that.
So comes me know about Mr. Patterson. You understand? Because I see you on the one night and you had the animal do an interview and I'm still not listening.
Right, right.
Some good thing, you know, get me wrong, you know, unstoppable. Talk some good things, you know, but the man needs to come out, brother. The man needs to come out and go out there and sell himself, man. Sell himself. Make people know that this is the new face of Jamaica. And the brother bring to we what Andrew Holness bring to we 5 years ago.
Right.
We don't want to hear that. We want to know, so when we work, we get with money. As Andre Stephen and I said, we want with partner draw, brother. We need somebody to stand up to us so we get with partner draw. You get to me and say unstoppable. Yeah. Keep up the good work, brother. I'm gonna jump off, make somebody else come out.
All right, my family. Blessings. I appreciate the time. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Respect.
All right, the phone line is open again, 876-420-3368. The phone line hot. A lot of people have them concerns, they want to voice it, and that's what this live stream is all about, you voicing your concerns. Carla, you're live, why are your concerns? Talk to it.
Yeah, well, unstoppable.
Everything good in the family?
Long time I try to reach out there.
Boy, the phone line hot today, no, brother, because a lot of concerned Jamaicans out there want to make them voices heard, no?
Yeah, really, say line hot, man.
What on?
Yeah, see thing with Jamaica, you know. Jamaica, too much corruption going on in Jamaica. The corruption reach a level now where even the very citizens themselves corrupt. And I don't see that I go start out in Jamaica anytime soon. You see it? The Prime Minister saying reshuffle him cabinet. And when you look, you see him bring him back one of him.
Sure.
Fly Green.
Oh, Fly Green, eh?
Yeah. You bring him back Fly Green. You bring him back J.C. Hutchinson. Then you make sure that Chancellor in position see him.
But stick up in my family before you continue. You see, we have to call things as it is, you know. Because, you see, this is an issue I have with us as Jamaicans. And I say us because me are Jamaicans, so I include myself. See?
Yeah.
Remember when a lot of people that lick out and I say, yo, Fly Green, nothing dead. Fire Fly Green, right?
Yeah.
A lot of Jamaicans come back out with strong force in defense of Fly Green, you know, right? And even start petition, you know, and say, yo, Fly Green should be reinstated. And the petition that we go around, get the numbers that it required for him to be reinstated, you know. See? So I'm bringing this forward to say this. We as the very same Jamaicans, right, we ball for one thing, and then we come back and we ball when time we get where we want. You understand? And it can't be that way. You know, we need to say, all right, this is what we stand for, and with this, and this is what we mean. You understand what I said? Yeah. Because a Jamaican same one start petition and ball for Fly Green get back in position and get back in the house.
You want me to get it from WhatsApp?
We are the problem, family. I will not stop stressing that. We are the problem.
We are the problem for real one.
But continue, my brother, before me cut you off. Go ahead.
Yeah, too much division in our society, man. Too much. You see how the crime thing now, the police force, there's not enough members in our police force to protect 3.5 million people. That's impossible. You see, the man declares also down at Westmoreland. And as the people them lift up, you know, so it's going to start back again. Right? The people in the community, them glad for the police presence, yes. But as they lift up, the man them go back right to them, you know, so wait for them to lift up. And that's a strategy, you know. The man them so wait. Because there's not enough police boots on the ground to make sure, say, the man them now clear up or start back up anything there. You know, and then they go and pay the police officers them the right money. See, man, them come out and protest what they are. See, so them think they cause further increase in corruption because the bad man them can simple give them a little money if they just look the other way. Same thing with the businessman them, politicians, and them think that Jamaica is no different from Haiti really and truly, you know. And what I think for Jamaicans, realize Jamaicans when they're ready for have that conversation is that a lot of our police officers and soldiers and them around some of my gang them too. I see them thing going over here, the ex-police officers, ex-soldiers, them around the gang them too. Right? And them have the police force where them get information from too. Because even the 10-year-old, you see Andrew let's come and bag out. The gun will go off and shoot and catch the little boy. You know. Is somebody will build gun and work one gun and clean gun. For you hear that, you know say somebody will have some form of military experience that you know. Same thing with the gun with them find a giant lane since this month. The word on the street like police say somebody will know how to fix gun, clean gun. So right away you know say some military man that or somebody a part of the police force. Right? I mean you say have a system to keep track on some of them ex-police officers and ex-JDF soldiers, and if you keep track on them. Because it's a serious problem to get out of control, man. I mean, 17 days gone out of January and close to 80 people dead already. It's rough, man. Even in my community, I say, I be a block house and none of them things they start to flare up. And I back when you're countryside, I mean, I say, I go. My local community, I take time I get flare up with violence. As I say, those on our work. Now they see the emergent, and just left the area and going on another area where
true.
You know?
True. Them things they not work.
The thing they not work, you know?
Yeah.
And then it's this all of them and they call them at real things to say. The youth president respect him and rate where him come with. You know, but the media fight him out hard. Traditional media fight him out hard. If I don't feel bloggers like you and Wayne Lord, some other real bloggers out there, I keep man look a highlight, won't even know what with the man.
Right.
You know? So continue to work with that as well.
Alright, my family. Big up yourself, you know. Yeah, man. I appreciate the call. See?
Alright, I think I am start.
Yeah, man. Bless up.
Alright, so up top.
Alright, so you listen. I said this the other day in a video, you know. When I said this year is going to be way more bloodier than last year, you know. And some people feel like a joke, man. This year, 2022, is going to be way more bloodier than last year was. Right? Last year, for the entire year, 1,463 people was murdered. For the entire year last year. And if you're not mind sharp, it might double this year or more. Carla, you're live in a wagon.
Alright, big man, wagon, you good?
Yeah, man, can't complain.
Alright, so you go, you know. But you know, pertaining to the conversation that we have, I kind of listen to you still, you know, and callers them and things like that. But it seems like a lot of people don't really want to touch on certain topics. It's like them scared of it or afraid of it. You know, because the way me look on things with all of the murderer them were in Jamaica. And the murderer them were going down there. How comes nobody not talk about the mother them way? How poor them son them and them daughter them where them same mother there and girlfriend and cousin and auntie and uncle and
no
father.
Man, somebody touched on that earlier, man. I call her before you touched on that.
I might have missed that then, you might have missed that. Sorry.
Yeah, man, I call her before you touch on that and say, listen me, the girlfriend them where I wash the bloody clothes them and the mother them and all of the family member them know who the culprits are. Yeah, man, I call her touch on that before. But see, we always call them out on that between my family. You understand what I say? We always call them out on that because they are a part of the problem as well.
Alright, I'm gonna say something else to you too. You see, for the black of them, who watch and listen to on YouTube. Yeah? A lot of them condole a whole heap of slackness. Enough of them here and to certain things I'm listen to and it don't make no sense. You understand? Because alright, there's a thing I'm gonna bring up. Probably I shouldn't, but I'm going to do it. Yeah. Pertaining to like say Vibes Cartel thing. Yeah. Right. I remember listening to Muta Baruka talking about a thing where I think it was CVM was doing an interview at Cartel trial, and they asked two women a question, and they said the woman said them feel saying guilty. Yeah. And I think one of the two women make a statement say, if the Bible says if you write an offense, you must chop it off. Yeah? She's saying. So what she pertaining and saying that if Cartel is guilty, it doesn't really matter because Lizard or whatever his name offend him, so you kill him. So free him, and that is the same mentality where many Jamaican people have. You understand? If a man offend you, you kill him, nothing shouldn't come out of it. If you the brother, no matter who you be, if I'm me, the Queen of England, or the President, or the Prime Minister, it doesn't matter. You're supposed to go and do your time, brother. Once you commit a crime, you're supposed to do your time. A man way. I remember growing up in the Virgin, and I see big man, when me talk about man in them 30s, 40s, asleep a little 13-year-old girl, 14-year-old girl. And at that time, me as a youth, seeing that, I thought it was alright, it was cool. But until I become a man and come have my own children them and realize, shit, how would I feel if a man should molest my little 13-year-old daughter or my 13-year-old son? What would I do? You understand what I'm about? So you see, the problem is, a lot of these people, they're uneducated. People need to educate them, make them understand certain things. You understand me? And then they will open their eyes and realize what's going on around them. Because none of them know and realize what's going on around them. As well as some of them know what's going on, but they just want to turn a blind eye to it. Once you do a crime, brother, no matter who you want to be. Look when Buju go to America and then catch him with him in America. Look when they catch him with what him do. Him not got a prison. Not in time. Them not them. R. Kelly, them not say him do him do. Him not going to in time. O.J. Simpson, them say him not in time, don't it? Brother, once you do your crime, you do your time. And them a man in Jamaica where I do them a crime, Virgin, them a man not even if you got prison. Them a man not even dead.
But see, that's the one we just said I got touch on my family with as far to how vicious these killers are in Jamaica, my family. Them man are not afraid of prison. And this is something I say multiple times on my platform. Them killers are Jamaica not afraid of prison. When them money go to prison, them money get street cred. Them come back out and get more respect before them even did than what they did have before them go to prison.
I agree with you, But you know what causes that as well? If we look at the law in Jamaica, there is no law for a man who bring an illegal gun in the country. There's nothing. Yeah? If you catch him with an illegal gun, in the 2-3 year and come back out, which country in the world you know of that? Are you ever hear of that? In America, if they catch you with a gun, an illegal gun, a 5 to 10 you get. In the UK, as simple as a knife, in the UK, then catch you, a 5 to 7 you get. That's not an illegal gun, that's just a knife, brother. They are Jamaica. I've seen when me family, they catch him. And there's another one from St. Louis, another guy from St. Louis. He's an artist, I can't remember. They get catch. Family, 3 years and get a prison for gun. They gun when you have in a car, regardless if I feel him gun or not. Him in the car, where the gun there? You understand? You get convicted for it, but we can't say how Jamaica law. It need to change, brother. The man them not get no time in prison. One man murder 2 people the other day. Get convicted, 12 years. So within 6 years, back I road again to go kill again. The law need to change. The law need to be tougher. The law need to change. The law need to get more tough upon these people because them boy don't really care about none. They will kill today and kill tomorrow and go to prison and come back out and kill again and they will never stop. How much money is it that come still commit crime same way?
Exactly. That not change nothing.
All right. Let me say another thing to you. Not the first time Tommy Lee get locked up. But him still not come out of jail and change his ways. But people still applaud him, don't it? Start him and their favorite artists. Yeah? Why can't people say, hold a second, you're dealing in badness, brother. Stay in badness and leave entertainment business alone. If you go do entertainment, we support you in entertainment and you leave badness alone.
Yeah.
Why does people afraid to that to them? Why? We can't be scared anymore. The more we keep them mouth shut, the worse it get.
True.
The citizen them, remember, look. How much look a picnic did last year under the age of 10-year-old from illegal gun? From bad man. Look how much of them. You know, send look a picnic them. Them are the man and the woman of tomorrow, and the brother. Them are the prime minister, the doctor, the lawyer, the judge, the pharmaceutical. Them are the police, them are the soldier. Remember, them are the new Jamaican, you know, I come up, you know, and you take them out.
But them now get the opportunity to reach the age to even do for be that.
But that's what I'm saying. But they are the man and the woman of tomorrow. That's what I'm talking about. They are the man and the woman of tomorrow. Taking them out now. Yeah. What? So that means in another 20 years from now, Jamaica won't be speaking English anymore. Jamaica will be a Chinese-speaking country. This is going to end up happening. And in fact, I tell you something. We're not virgin of a conversation already, yeah? And I know I'm probably taking up too much of your time now because there's a lot more people out there who probably want to hear their own views. We're not virgin of talk already. And our conclusion that the best thing for Jamaica right now is that it's sad to say it, but it's the only way how I can see Jamaica achieve. Everybody they have it. The good have it, suffer for the bad, brother. You have a purge out, you have to kill everybody. And just inbreed a new set of Jamaican, start to educate them, teach them, and then we come the right and proper way.
I wonder is a fantasy, my brother. It's a fantasy method, that family.
But that's the only way out I can see it because there is no other way out, brother. People are not going to change. The people are too much illiterate people on them, man. It's sad, man. But anyway, take care of yourself.
All right, my brother. Big up yourself. Much love. Yeah, God, I say everybody have to go and just breed up a new set of Jamaicans. Just see and do. Carla, you're live in the territory.
Evening.
Turn down the stream at the background, family. Turn down the stream at the background, real quick.
Yeah, Evelyn, brother.
Yeah.
Alright. Here may I listen to you if you look away, you know. And hear my point, you know, is that you see the position where we're in right now, crime and the monster. Yeah? It's a big monster. We have to take things stage by stage. But we have a leader where speak a lot about things where, as a matter of fact, in 2014, 2015, we talk everything that is correct. Yeah, he's a man who I know from him at 18 years old. Yeah, me and him are same age. Him speak a lot of the good. Me admire the man as a young man. But since him first 5 years, him very deceiving. Yeah, and very lying. Now watch me now. We have a parliament, because we have a deal with theme look premiership, you know. You have a parliament with some dinosaurs. Yeah? When you check it out, most of them man they come back from in the late 70s, 80s come up. Now, when you talk about the 80s, you talk about crime, war in Jamaica, and you talk about the Carl Samuda, the Pernell Charles, even though I'm not there. You talk about the same Horace Chang. You talk about quite a few of them where they involved in a whole heap of things going on in the 80s come up. Yeah, and them still in a parliament now. Now, if we going to have a society where we want to get rid of corruption and we want to get rid of crime, how can we have these stalemates in the background and make decisions today? Yeah, watch this now. Jamaica no make gun. Yeah? So, the gun them are coming to Jamaica. Yes? Who try to stop them from coming? We have so many ports, and the excuse is that why Jamaica, them don't have the money. Jamaica financially rich because Jamaica get a lot of aid airtime. You get where I come from? So what may I say now with the crime? Yeah? Them not do nothing to stop the gun them from coming in the country. And if the gun them not coming in the country, yeah? Alright, for example, you know say a contract killing a go on. A man can't get a contract for or kill a mother Moby and left from Moby and left from town but drive go Moby with a cutlass. Yeah? You might go with a gun. So if we reduce the gun off on the street, yeah, reduce the gun from coming and start educating people. Don't you think say crime would I able to reduce? No matter how bad a man is.
But my brother, you're the problem now, no? You're the problem now, no? How is it that the guns coming in is going to be stopped when are the same people who are supposed to be stopping it, bringing them in?
Yes, then
and that's the problem in my family.
Then that may have come to because guess what happened now? The head of the stream is the prime minister. I mean, I from him from film 5 years in him by now. I want you look listen, listen 2015, 2014 and 2015 New Year's, the message New Year's about crime and corruption. And from him coming for the 5 years. Remember me talk about the dinosaurs them when I'm party. Every single one of them were in there, you know. Them involved in a corruption, you know. Every single one of them in there, them involved in a crime, you know. And the Prime Minister no do nothing to stop none of that. Yes, your education, yeah, the airport, the wharf, everywhere, petrol jam. How much of them get locked up? How much of them get locked up? There's no, he may have a code of conduct. He may have a look book when he talk about it, when he just come in at power 2016. Yeah, and I know him not displaying nothing for sure. So well, in you are my Jamaican people have to be secure. Him not displaying none of that as a leader, and him lie. So how now you go come round now and you go cry, boy the crime this and the crime that? You contribute to the crime. You get what I say? Watch it again. Gonna come in from the wharf. Yeah, them intercept gun in a vehicle on a road. You know here the people at the wharf get locked up. Them not trail the vehicle where it go and hold on to everybody. And them hold on to gun and you know you're nothing. It's just a 9-day one that it done right this up. The TV, the radio station them, the news media them incompetence when it come on to investigation because them not follow up news, them not pressure the government to say, you what, these them people need to go to justice. You get what I mean? I say, look how long them have a case for real reader fight a case. You know, suppose you get a man, you find a man guilty, you have evidence. If you want to reduce the corruption and crime, you're going to have to be pragmatic. You have to go stand up on it. At Tuesday the thing happen, make it done with it by Friday. Everybody who forget lock up, you know, no long thing about we are going to investigate. You get where I come from? I'm going to give you a small example. I watch you, I watch Wayne Lumsden, I watch Mr. Patterson, only pop bloggers. Now, you get a look at thing about what his name, Flight Green up at the hotel. You see it on video. When you're going to have a policeman now, most of the youth them when you see a fire shot, you know, don't feel so them not educated, you know. Don't feel so them done, you know, them go good school, you know. You get what I mean? Now, when you go and get a video evidence from a hotel, say everybody a party, and you go come tell we again say why you have to investigate, you have to go get video. What more than that you want to go lock up a boy? What more than that you want? You don't need nothing more than that. And see the Prime Minister drag him foot on a ground and like him smart. You know what the thing we despise about the Prime Minister? You see presently, I'm gonna show you something. Since 2020, I look at coronavirus something here. The Prime Minister used the coronavirus something to mash up a whole heap of people's life. You get what I mean? I'm gonna show you this. You see, from this year on 2022 go right back, you're gonna see how much people are gonna lose everything them have, enough things them have because you are now. The presidency set already, as in where people start lose them job. Then me hear you say something, there are more killing and go on. Frustration are gonna take over the land general. You get what I say? And hear what me I say, Bridget. Me hear when you call and talk to Mr. Patterson no go out there. I don't think him really a see what go on in a Jamaica because Mr. Patterson has been out there. If you watch the September 22 Mr. Patterson get locked up. Yeah, if you watch what I go on, I see the man out there demonstrate for freedom. And the police them for no reason. And people, listen me, you have to give the man credit because
and not only that, that right there was one of the things that brought a lot of awareness to Mr. Patterson and the UIC. But not only that, since that happened, the UIC gained a lot of new members, right? The UIC gained a lot of new members since that incident, and they have been out there in the streets. Now, maybe they have not gotten to all the communities as yet, right, and every parish yet. But you also have to remember now, like Mr. Patterson was saying the other day when I was talking to him on here, going out from parish to parish to parish requires funding. You understand? I remember the UIC is not backed by any major corporation, UIC have no big company in their pocket where I go say, all right then, if you want 1, 2 or 3 or $5 million, go from parish to parish and go give each Jamaican 10 grand. And because guess what? They are not trying to come in and win the people that way them. They might try to come in and win Jamaicans over the right way by saying, listen, we want to make a change. And we want to show us that we want to make a change. You understand? They want to do it different from the traditional way. See it?
Bridget. Yeah, let me show you something. Let me show you something. You see, what Mr. Pattis now do, me applaud Mr. Pattis. Why me applaud him? He want the common Jamaican to take a seat and observe and look and listen to what him have to say. The man point out a whole heap of things. You get what I say? Now, me hear a lot of people say, oh, he might go be like the GLP, he might go be like the PNP. And a lot of them people we are talking. Some of them have relationship with them, which is so bad. Them go away and come back to the same relationship. Just an example. You get where I come from? Now, you left a relationship, you go find something new. You go look, you look for the best for yourself, so you go look for somebody where you can marry to. Now, Mr. Pattis come as a genuine person. Me don't know him. I do a research on the man. And Mr. said the man educated. I think this man is more brilliant than the Prime Minister himself. Because as a chartered accountant, as a man, we can use your hand, them things that you demonstrate a leadership. You get me? The man explain how you feel deal with tourism. And I'm find something and show you. I'm going to show you something when you listen, be careful. Jamaica in itself right now, yeah, if every Jamaican in the diaspora decides say we're going to support the country, and if every Jamaican in Jamaica decides say we're not left a place, we're going to build a place. Jamaica bigger and better than US and England. You know why? What Jamaica possess, America not possess it. England not possess it. Jamaica have a water system. 40% of Jamaica are water. Yeah? And if you look around the rest of the world like England, them have to buy water. You get where I come from? Jamaica have a thing called tourism. Me live in England, yes. You see, yes, I'm come prove so with jerk chicken, with jerk pork, with oxtail, with curry goat. You see, we taste this party. Eh? Black, white people love them things over here. Let me tell you, I love them crazy. When you say roast breadfruit, that can't saltfish. You get where I come from? And when we want the people in Jamaica to know, say, listen, we have everything that we need down there. We just need a leader where I look upon we, I see we, and we say, you know what, we have everything what we need. We just need proper leadership.
Well, my family,
Andrew all this.
Let me say this because we have to take another car, but let me say this to you. You see,
man.
Jamaica have everything where we need, But here the issue again now. You have people, you have outsiders who come in and buy up the things them where Jamaica have, and them and make the money and fight instead of Jamaica and Jamaicans making the money. You see what I say? And that's the problem too,
One more point I want to say to you before we go. One more point. You see the foreign minister where we have down the name Camilla whatever Smith, she's nothing, she's backward, she's useless, because you are going on. we have all the things there is, and we make. All right, we don't want to go too long. Andrew Wellness come over since 5, 6, 7 years, 6 years now. And if you're so clever and so smart and educated, you know, say Jamaica have a rich reggae music and all them things. Yeah, as a foreign minister, you need to go foreign and make the people know say, yeah, yeah, if you not go use reggae and create a Jamaica, you don't have to go pay with a thing on it, you know. You get me? I say anything with them say name Jamaica, and if you not use it a foreign, we are gonna market yourself properly. At the same thing, Mr. Pattis not about. So you see them what the people them know at Jamaica now are ball and attack. What them need for know say vote out PNP and run with Labour right. PNP and Labour run them way. See Mr. Pattis give him the chance, make him get a chance. See, make him get a chance. You see, the next thing what we need to learn about Jamaica, you see, with constitution, I bet you say 70% of Jamaican don't know their own rights and their constitution. And that's one of our problem.
Brother, you say 70? You say 70? Would I say more than that? Because the average Jamaican don't know the basic rights of a Jamaican citizen. The average Jamaican don't know. See the basic rights, my family. So you say 70, would I say more than that? You see me? There's a lot of things Jamaicans should know, where them not know. And the reason is because this too. Jamaicans don't pay attention to the important things that should be paid attention to. You understand what I say? That is why police can trample pan citizens whichever way and them take it, you know, because they don't know that they have rights. But that's a whole other topic for another show, my brother. Big up yourself, see?
Yeah, man. Respect, yeah, man.
I like your points. Blessings.
Yeah, man. Respect.
All right, D-Mac, big up yourself. Thanks to that super chat family. Appreciate it. All right. Blessings. Let's take another call. Yeah, man. Thanks to everybody who sent in a super chat contribution so far. It's appreciated. Carla, you're live, you know. Talk to it.
Yeah, unstoppable. You know, you're not going to call you. But you're not telling us. You see, the problem in Jamaica is in the parliament era. The parliament. You see, anybody win are the same thing because no law, no dead if they govern them. That's why them get away with everything. With them do. No law, no dead if they govern them, no be. And nobody know that if they enforce anything. So you see, and none of them now put in no law to govern themselves, you know. A long time it's going on, you know.
Yeah.
All right, I'm sure you think, yeah. You see, all right, the leader for Singapore come to Jamaica in the 60s. I remember Singapore come at Jamaica blueprint Singapore run under right now, no. But when them take the blueprint from Jamaica, them go back, put in laws in Singapore to govern them parliament. So anybody them prosecute them. So that Jamaica never called them. Tell Michael Mann, you know. He tell Michael Mann, they say the blueprint for Jamaica look good, but there's no law in the blueprint to prosecute the politician. And Michael Mann, they never change it. And that's a face we right now. So anybody win. If you win right now, you go in that same thing. Because no law they never govern you from do you have to do.
Yeah.
And that you don't understand Jamaica. PNP win at the same thing. JLP win at the same thing. They bring in 500 different parties at the same thing. Not until there's a law there. We will govern them and we prosecute them. When the brother go back to Singapore, you know, he put in a law in Singapore, you know, prosecute anybody that thief the money. Yeah. And I kill them, you know. And they start to put free in party first, you know. Yeah. Go back and check the whole history.
Well, that is why Mr. Patterson said, as soon as they get in office, they are going to make sure that them launch an investigation on every politician, present and past, and make sure say, yo, as long as them find out anything.
Yeah, but an investigation is different from a law. So when you investigate them, what you going to do?
No, that is why him said they are going to be prosecuted. Him not just investigate it and leave it at that. You understand? Remember, you know, you see, this is why we now just take what we are being told, right? And say, all right, then it sounds good. We are going to look for see the action. So if you say, yeah, well, when we go in our office, we are going to make sure so we investigate all of them and see the wrongdoings and prosecute them. We as the Jamaican people have to look forward to that. And if it not happen, we call them out on it. You understand what I'm saying?
All right. Let me see that still, but it take the whole parliamentarian to get together to make that the law happen. That's why he said no man play Michael Manley, because he was in the position where he could have done it. But nobody know can do it, I mean, maybe this dude can do it because he has so many seats. But you have to have the seat to do it because you will need the vote of the parliamentarian to put that law into place.
Yeah, the seat's very important. I was having that very same conversation earlier. The seat's very, very important. Without the seats...
But this guy now in power now, he have the power to do it. Because I'm see, but they're not going to do it because they'll write truck is the first man going ball out and no. Yeah, so that's a face we brother. Anytime we get law in, we can prosecute them to make a change. But I don't see how we can get it in.
All right, my family. Big up yourself. Appreciate your calls, eh?
Cool.
You know, people, before me run, you know, one of the things where, Lady B, thank you for that super chat. Appreciate it. You know, Carla, hold the line for me. Carla, turn on the streaming at the background, Carla.
Yes, unstoppable. Give thanks again, Judge. Give thanks again, my brethren. You put me together at night in unstoppable with your program.
Bless up.
Yeah, me I say England me I call from as a Eastman. Yeah, me I say unstoppable. It's a mile like a point of view towards Kingston, Jamaica. For a start, the boy where a minister of security, him supposed to use all police, use them as draft, shuffle them up. 1 week at Rockford, seeing by the time you spend a week at Rockford, boom, next week I want you by shuffle them up like draft. Yo, Jamaica gone, you know, you all them big white head boy in the House of Parliament. Them boy they need for run around go to prison. What I mean, go to prison, them boy they supposed to go to prison and be robbed with them boy that deal with my brethren straight. Yo, people are dying like nobody business. Seeing, boy, and Joel come and tell me that go on like with them crocodile tears and everything. Yo, unstoppable, let me tell you something. Yo, seeing, back in the 80s and the man a big man. You say if a juvenile get shot in a Kingston, Jamaica, across fire. Or a whole lady get shot in a Kingston, Jamaica, across fire. Seeing, and you have some little juvenile going, oh my God, yo, you said the two juvenile were caught the two woman short. Yo, them boy, watch out. A thing like general penitentiary, my brethren. From you can't shake down general penitentiary in Kingston, Jamaica. You have no control of the country. All soldiers and police, them come in and work. Boom, you just run in on them right away. Strip them down and take with phone and take with this and take with that right away. Yo, you hear me? I'm not going to send me upon a raid. See, you don't give them no time for call Miss Patty and Miss Datty and Miss Satty and call them friend and tell them friends, say, yo, we're up on a flight, so come and send me away, come and Portland. Yo, it's a disgrace, my brother, that big nose boy in a parliament. Man, they're foreign, man, come home and Unstoppable and come live them life and them thing that build up the country and open some business and them thing that want to make youth and youth achieve and earn food and what. We can't do that. See? We can't do that, you know, because here we're going now. But seeing criminal impersonate police in the general. Boom, you land on Manley International Airport, the general. Boom, seeing, you whether you drive a rental or you rent a car or whatever. Boom, you drive out, I come a Rockford or wherever you go. Boom, blue light go behind you. See, if you not stop, a machine gun can open up on you. If you stop and a criminal, so you don't have no choice, you don't have no win-win this up. See, my brother, you don't have no win-win this up because your family are coming and you get jammed, seeing bona fide, how do you know? Man, a person need police, so you don't know who is who. See? Them police boys for this, the boy Angel, the boy, that ugly boy when he arrest Chang, the boy them supposed to shuffle them up like draft, use them as draft, my brother. You spend 3 weeks at Rockford police station, boom, my boy, you spend 3 weeks. You don't have no time for make no link. See? You don't have no time for make no link. You just go, boom, I'm moving from Rockford police station, boom, you send them gone to St. Mary. See, now some little soldier where I take all, so yo, unstoppable when a police boy back in the 80s when a soldier joke in a Dunkirk or Rockford or Nonneville or Magra Gully, them boy that put you on the asphalt on your belly for lay down. See, them asphalt, they are boil. Me not take them check the person now. Me them they check them, never take like that. But see, I've been there, I've done that, I've seen that.
Seeing the police, yo, Mr. Police, I take a rifle off or something like a pit near Jamaica, go and fight them. They have me, pan them bad, them a bridge, and not carry me. Eh? This is my silly little thought, you know. The good have to suffer for the bad. If you want to try that thing, lock down Jamaica with the state of emergency, right through Kingston, Jamaica, that might help like a thing. For a start, you see the water, you see the amount of water what we have for patrol, you know, have the manpower for control that the water, that about 3 times Jamaica. Seeing where all of the firearms them are coming in and all of this one are coming in and thing. You understand me? You know, something I go on to Jamaica, my lad. You would pain me to the core of my belly. Trying to come out of Jamaica box down like a girl and them thing they both fight. Them thing that yo, many warriors like me don't have that, you know. Yeah. See? Many warriors like me don't have that, and at the same time, yo, man, not live the life of foreign. You do the song with Dennis Brown say, yo, money in my pocket, but you still can't get no love my bread. Me I tell you that man want to come in, open up some business and see make some youth have things and rare and them thing and stuff like that. Man can't do that. See, because you don't even get the franchise for come, yo, the people, Jamaican people supposed to own. See, Jamaican people supposed to go in and us. Why yo, Jamaica knows that Jamaica responds for we responsible for Jamaica, you know. See, me not say the foreign investor can't come in, but we should have first priority on business done at that, my brethren. See, but me not keep you up in unstoppable. You say, yo, man like you unstoppable, me I tell us straight, England, me da Marshall, my name still. Just let me say, so here what man like you, I love your thing on a different level. Loan some of my friends from Rockford and them, all I grew up and thing and boom bam and thing, see? But yo, I love how you push the thing, man, see? All right, now me I tell us, you see partisan, I'm a general like that, me I tell you straight. See, because the man a deal a thing called we. Them big white-head ugly boy in a parliament, all of them support, them boy that for go and go die or something, bridge, and I make some young people come take over the thing. But a blessed love, you know, give thanks again, my general, yo. Bless up my family, I appreciate the call, Zane. Rastafari, highlights. All right, Dexter, big up yourself, Dexter. Thanks for sending in that super chat contribution. I appreciate that. And again, big up to everybody who sent in a super chat contribution to the program. All right, it shows that you appreciate what we are here doing, and we appreciate you just the same way. All right, I'm going to take another call right now. All right, caller, we're not going to make it too long because we're about to wrap up, but talk to me.
Yes, unstoppable. If you know, hard for control, brother. You know, hard for control. If either they can't do it and they don't want to do it, but me, when I live on the island, I want to come home and my friend, brother. The situation sick stomach. Yeah. The situation sick stomach, and like, it's like this year have a worse than next year. If either them can't do it and them don't want to do it. But, and the wholeness and the whole crew needs to come out, appear sleep, chang asleep. Understand the crime rate turn right up in Jamaica, that's all me I say. If either them can't do it, brother, or them don't want to do it. That me I say.
Them can do it, you know. Cause let me tell you something. Don't think say the leaders don't know what needs to be done to stop crime. You know. Them know, you know. But you have to remember that crime is a business. You understand?
That's why I say either them can't do it or them don't want to do it.
No, it's not a matter of them can't do it. Them just don't want to do it. Yeah.
They are benefit for the spoil. And Jamaican people are hurt. And it not affect them upper class people, they not affect them.
Yeah.
And we poorer class that affect, it have nothing to do with them. You understand? One of them coming like a bunch, I mean, an officer man like them, mash up Jamaica, man. Jamaica nice, you know, brother. You think foreign nice? Foreign now, if you work your money and go back a yard, go live life. But now you're afraid to go down there.
They live over, make that money they overseas and go to Jamaica, go relax and enjoy. But you can't even go enjoy because you have to worry.
And go back home, go retire.
Yeah.
Go back home, go retire with all the money and build up business, as the youth I say. And build up business and make money rotate and carrying the plan them and with idea we take from over here for yard and build up yard. Jamaica nice, brother. If either them can't do it or them don't want to do it, one of them fi come out, the brother. One of them fi come out. And Chang asleep in a bed, sitting and go and sit down up there sleep.
Really?
Like, you know, affect them still and we affect. So who feels it knows it, you know?
True.
Who
Big
feels
up
it knows
yourself,
it. Bless up yourself, my brother. Bless up yourself.
All right, so family, we're about to wrap up. Let me take one last call. One last call, me I go take and then we are going to wrap it up. Family, caller, you're the last one in the talk.
Manners. Yes, I'm glad to say, well, first of all, much respect to what you do to the firm, for the culture, and for the country as well. I have to say that big up to everybody who are contribute to this movement we're going right now. You see me? With that said, unbiased opinion, I mean, we're there for really set the thing, talk the things them in terms of what is going on and solutions as well, because that would need. So anyway, this year is going to be a very traumatic year for the Jamaican culture and Jamaican people. The crime are going to get out of hand, but what we are going to get a change with platform like your platform, my youth. We see more and more Jamaicans are vocal, which concern Jamaicans living abroad, are vocal and advise them opinion. When me think the change lies with us, the people, the PMP, the JLP, the UCI, now go save Jamaica. And we are going to influence the change. You understand? And how we are going to do that? We have to go form a group where we actually pressure the politicians them to do what we want them to do. You understand? We see what happen right now. Crime affect every sector, business, healthcare, everything. Nobody now move. Crime is the number one factor that is dragging down Jamaica to the dirt. You understand? So we, as the young future Jamaican, we have to go formulate a group and we have to go see where we have to go pressure whoever in a power, because as we say, politician are going to play politician. PMP come in, same thing. JLP, same thing. UCI, same thing. We have to influence the change where we want. You understand? We see a legislation where we see need for pass to make things happen. We have to go voice opinion. We have to go call up all our MP them, pressure them, because the only way politicians make move or do anything and when them get pressure from the people and them sister them are going to lose them seat. You understand? Crime is the crime rate is a factor of so many different things. The politicians them corrupt. Number one, me give an example. SOE and the Zozo them in a Andrew Wallace them a set up the Zozo them and the SOE them. The other the opposition leader them not support it because what them want this party to feel so them can say, oh, them can actually make the crime rate. So politicians are go play politics. So when me call up my MP, I'ma pressure them, I'ma tell them what I go on. So me not go there, say over there, I'm just make up nice and say this and that. Me actually I make step. So when me you want every concern in Jamaica, whether you live a yard or abroad, pick up the phone, call the MP, put pressure upon them to make things happen, because them politicians them are go play politics and we put them in a power. We put the pressure upon them. You understand?
The thing is, picking up the phone and making the call alone now go do it, you know. Because at the end of the day, we've already seen that these politicians don't care when the people talk. See? So
yes, they
do. They don't really care. Let me tell you why I said they don't really care. Let me tell you why I said they don't really care. Watch that now. Let me tell you why I said they don't really care. You hear what the PM said the other day? That's final. Him say what him say and it done there so. See it? With an attitude like that, that sound like somebody where I serve the people, my brother. Think about it. When a man addressing the country.
Me hear where you say.
Right.
But remember say, and we put him there. So when he hear You think you think him now hear our people now bring the amount of volume of concerned residents speaking out more and more. You think them not get to him? So we have to continue to do that. We have to continue make the phone call them. And when them hang up 20 times, we call them back 21 times because we are concerned Jamaicans and we want change. And now we have to make that change. We put him there. What you think if him continue with this kind of attitude, him go there, you think more on the friend from the politician?
But my brother, I know why you get me wrong, you know. I know why you get me wrong, you know. Don't think I'm saying what you're saying is wrong, you know. What I'm saying is it's going to take more than just the phone calls, my brother, for us to see action. You know what it's going to take, family?
What else?
It's going to take
what else?
It's going to take all of us uniting, right? And forming a movement and say, here what? And say, what I know? And say, here what? We are going to march upon them because we need this to change. You see it? Right? So it's not going to be only phone calls because my family them can't ignore phone calls as much as them want. See, it takes more than just a phone call. We have to come together because you see the problem to family is we're not uniting as a people. You see, if we decide to unite as a people.
Don't do that, unstoppable. Don't do that because you have a platform right now. Oh, you feel people we not unite. We not even know you. We never meet in a real life.
Right.
You much people will call and never meet each other in real life. But we get a right, yes, so as concerned citizens.
Right.
So I know why you say we not unite.
But
we have people. We have people in England. We have people in America. We can't march, but we can pick up the phone and call and pressure them.
Here why I say we not unite as a people and in one body. Me and you and the 1,000 people where they write us now up on the stream and listen. See it? I go say, yo, we want this to happen. And then you go have a next 3/4 of Jamaica. I say, I want to allow the man, allow the people them. A foolishness to do, in which they should all come on board and say, listen, all of we are stand firm for this same cause because we want better.
We can't watch that, my general. We can't watch that because remember say when the woman they go on the bus, remember say she alone go on the bus, you know. And she alone go and say she now come off of the bus, you know, wherever she name, I can't even remember what she name. And the rest of people them, although them want go on the bus, and everybody solid have the heart there. So people, we have a thing called monkey see, monkey do. So we have to be the strong one them for lead out affect change. You understand? So me just want to forward and say, yo, with this fair we want to actually say how we can affect change. Who they on the ground, march, who can pick up their phone and call. You understand? And pressure them people here. The next thing, the police and the community residents, them are contributors of crime because when police come in a place to look for bad man and you have residents where police search one yard and then call after the police them left, them call the gunman them and say, yo, come over here. So them are main contributors of crime as well. But that never happen until the trust between the residents and the police are mended. So the police can actually, the residents can trust the police when them give them information, it now go leak back to them, and then them and them family dead. So there is a trust factor right there. So where them need to mend. What can actually fix that is witness protection. You understand? Witness protection in terms of protecting witness who actually have information that contribute to the reduction of crime. You understand? So that's our thing there right now. I'm glad to have a platform like this where more concerning Jamaicans are calling and voicing their opinions.
Yeah, family. Blessings. I appreciate the call. Zane, much love.
Yeah, man. Bless up.
Bless up. All right, family. We reached the end of the reasoning, you know, we are going now for over 2 hours, which is well worth it. You understand what I say? It's good conversation. and it's a conversation that needed to be had. I'm seeing several persons in the comment section saying, Unstoppable, please do this more often where you allow us to call in and voice our concerns. You know, it's just a matter of timing. Once we have the time, it's something that can happen, all right? But it's just a time issue. Now, I want to give some highlight. Jamaica, good life, big up, thanks to the super chat, appreciate that. I want to highlight this before I leave. Thursday at 6 p.m. everybody who there, make sure you set an alarm. Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to have Mr. Patterson on the program once more. All right, he's going to be right here, but this time he's not going to be by himself. We're going to have Mr. Patterson and myself as the mediator, and also Mr. Vegas will be live on panel with Mr. Patterson discussing the manifesto. All right, because you see, this is an important conversation that needs to be had, and the reason why it's important is because, like I said earlier, majority of Jamaicans don't even know what a manifesto is, never heard of a manifesto, and never even cared to know what a manifesto is. So the reason for this conversation on Thursday between myself, Mr. Patterson, and Mr. Vegas is Mr. Vegas will be picking out key points of the manifesto, putting them to Mr. Patterson, and Mr. Patterson will be responding to Vegas's questions as it pertains to the manifesto. That is what this conversation will be about. And you know, most of them may not like Vegas, but one thing with Mr. Vegas, he says things that needs to be said, and he asks questions that needs to be asked. That's one thing we can say about him. All right, so put your personal feelings to Mr. Vegas aside and come out Thursday evening at 6 for this conversation right here on Unstoppable TV. All right, it's going to be an awesome conversation. Also, moving away from Thursday, this is going to be another epic reasoning right here. Now, everybody, listen, somebody said, why you not get golden? Listen, I've been in conversation with the office, right? And we had discussions about scheduling Mr. Golding to come on the program. But for some reason, we don't know how I go on. But I'm still going to, you know, try to source that and make sure that it happens. All right. Like I said, I've been in conversation with, I think it's personal secretary, and you know, there was agreements that we would have had him on the program, but for some reason we don't know how I go on. But anyway, the next big reasoning that we're going to be having is this. Everybody knows about Mr. Vegas's stance on Christianity and the Bible and stuff like that, right? Now we're going to be having an epic conversation with Mr. Vegas and Spearmore Smith, which is a pastor, right? So we're going to have both of them on one platform come Sunday. So we have Mr. Vegas and Mr. Patterson Thursday evening at 6, and we have Mr. Vegas and Pastor Spearmore Smith on Sunday evening at 6. Listen to me. This one is going to be epic. You don't know why I miss it. So make sure it's right now on a set an alarm for Thursday evening 6 p.m. and Sunday evening 6 p.m. You don't want to miss these two reasoning right here. All right. So family, big up on yourself. Thank you so much for tuning in this evening. And it was a great conversation. Big up to everybody who called in and voiced your concerns. And definitely, we're going to be doing this again. You understand? We're going to be doing this again. I reached out to a lot of you asked me to reach out to Chief Curry and try to see if we can get him on the platform. I did reach out to the offices of Chief Curry as well, and I'm just waiting on a response. You know, I tried calling him directly, but for some reason the phone just ring. All right, so I'm going to try again, and I'm going to keep trying because, you know, on a request it, so I'm doing what I can do to grant on a request. All right, I reached out to Chief Curry's office. I'm waiting on a response. I tried calling his cell phone directly, but it's just ringing. I'm probably just busy and thing, and hopefully I'll get a response soon enough, and we know whether Chief Curry will be coming on the platform or not. All right, whatever I want to ask for is what I try to get done. All right, family, big up on yourself, and I will see you all for the next show. Lavender Smiles, thank you so much for the super chat contribution. It's appreciated. Remember, Thursday evening, 6 o'clock, don't miss it. All right, set an alarm.